Hi there, thanks for checking out our channel. Hopefully this video will be of some benefit for you. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you like our channel, we got a lot of videos out there of how to fix things and ones that we've worked on, and little things like that. You can subscribe to our channel if you want. But anyways, we'll jump into this. This is a Gallagher M1500. It's 15 or technically I think it's a 12 stored joule. So it was 12 to 15 stored joules, so somewhere in that range. So it's probably 6 to 8 output joule, I would say. So it packs quite a punch. Not the biggest by any means, but it's big, upper middle, range of power. This is a 110, 120 volt unit that was made here or sold here in the States. Gallagher's a New Zealand based company. It's been around since the late 30s, doing electric fence stuff. But we'll plug this in real quick and see what it does. Well, actually, I don't think I'm going to do that. See this big old bulge in the plastic? Yeah, that's not supposed to be there. So I'm not going to plug it in. I don't know if that was there from previous stuff, or if this is a something brand new that's gone bad. Well, we'll pop this apart. You got a little flat. You need 2 flat screwdrivers to pull it apart. There's a black tab inside that little hole there. Put on top of the tab, about dead center, and lift up on your handle, which doesn't move that much. Just lift up and hold, and then go between the purple and the black, and push the black case away from the purple. And do that on both areas. Once it moves just a little bit, gets that tab, the release and go past that purple. There's a little lip there. And I'll pull that apart. Something doesn't smell good. Well, let's see. Before we plug it in, let's just take some initial test. These 2 big old capacitors are stacked on top of each other on the left side here. These are both 30 microfarad capacitors, so they're wired in parallel, so they should add. So it should be 60. Get that wire out of the way since it's got that plastic tab cover on there. We are reading 58.8, so both those capacitors are fine. Let's see. Pull that board out of here real quick. It's got a thermal protection piece on this board. It's that little black thing hiding right there between the white resistor right here and the silver clip. So it acts like a kind of thermal fuse. They don't reset. Once they blow, you got to replace them. But it's supposed to, protect against power surges and stuff like that on the AC cord side. So you just find the 2 solder joints for it, and you'll go across there, and it should be 0 ohms, or give or take. So I'll read 0.1. Whoops. So that transformer's that's good. There's some kind of funky smell coming from the inside. Just look and see if I see anything else that maybe burnt or broken on this board. Doesn't look like it. So let's put that wire back on there. Slide this board back down. This is a weird one. This has got those little sleeves on the front side. Usually they're on the back side. So I need to get a better angle at this. Let me pause this and get back on here after I get the board installed. Got it in there. I just tap on the top side of the board. There's nothing on there, nothing up there, and it's a pretty thick board, and it's pretty stout, so you can tap on there a little gentle persuasion. Alright, well, let's plug it in and see what it does. This light should glow green. It's kind of dark up there, so it might be kind of dim. And that should glow green, and that should flash red with every pulse. Alright. That light's not flashing. So that means possibly our transformer's bad. The board looks okay. Looks like it needs a new transformer. Gotta unplug the wires from the board. Capacitor. Come on, transformer, get out of there. Right. Power of persuasion. Grab a hold of it and we're gonna pull. There we go. That's that's not a Gallagher transformer, that's a supplemental transformer, but we'll put a new one in it. Let me get a transformer for it and we'll get that installed. That's actually one of our old style early transformers that we used to make for those. We don't make that style anymore. We haven't made those style in about 3 years or so. We've got a newer style. It's a little more stouter, I think, and it puts out a little more voltage, and I think it has a little more current output to it as well. So we'll get a couple new, crimp on some new connectors. Well, I'm going to pull this board back off. This makes it easier to see what you're doing when you're sliding the transformer back in there. Alright. Loose connection. Trimp that, squeeze that down a little bit. Stupid thing. Oh, stack them plates back up in front of the transformer. That green wire pushed down out of the way. Oh, get this board. Slid back in there. Alright, now we'll take this, and hopefully this goes in easier than the last time I did it. Because those stupid tabs being offset like they are, kind of a pain in the neck. Usually this thing slides right in place without much issue, but I gotta pause it again. I can't get a good look at what I'm doing. It should go in now. Alright, before I change out that green bulb, plug it in. Yep. Now that red light's flashing, that transformer was bad. Green bulb's not really burned out that bad, but if I can get any, you see that dark spot in that upper corner of that bulb right there. It's supposed to be all white like that, so you can see how it's starting to get dim. So might as well change it now while you're tinkering on it, if need be. If you need help troubleshooting one of these things, it doesn't have to be this particular model. It can be really any, make or model or brand or whatever. We can try to help you with troubleshooting. If you want to do the repair yourself, you want to get some parts, we've got the parts here to either repair the board sometimes if you're able to, or you can get new parts, new boards. The boards themselves don't go all bad. Usually it's just one little piece here or there. Gallagher builds a pretty good, strong, reliable product. So this is an old school one that they used to make. They make a new M1500. It's a totally different look. Doesn't look anything like this one, but it's the new style stuff. But oops, I took the solder off the wrong spot. Alright. But yeah, if you're ever like debating on what to get as a product to have, or if you've been buying the same kind 2, 3, 4 times over like 5-6 year period, you're like, man, I'm tired of putting, buying these that don't last. Gallagher's a little more expensive than some of the cheaper brands like the Zaribas and the Paramax of the world, but they're really well built. Everything's got its little quirks with it that go bad. Oh, that thing, this wouldn't come through. But I don't think you could, for the money spent, Gallagher's got a really good product. I don't think there's other brands that are out there that are pretty good, but I like the Gallagher stuff. I mean, Kenco's got some that they make, or well, they don't make them. Some that they sell that have remote controls. You can turn the energizer on and off from the fence. Gallagher's got that too, but you got to buy at least a like a 12 joule unit or bigger, and you got to buy the tester that does the remote control stuff. So get on the stupid wire. Now it's real bright. Well, this one's done. So hopefully this was, some benefit for you and help. If you've got a unit like this and would like some help on repairs or troubleshooting, parts or whatever, get a hold of us. We'll help you out with troubleshooting and parts. You can do it over the phone, email, whatever works best for you. Sometimes, depending on what's wrong with it, we're trying to troubleshoot on something. Emails sometimes work, but sometimes phone calls just as easy or just as or better. Or if you want to start a conversation via email, you can do that. And if it seems like we're not getting any place fast, then we'll, might have to swap phone numbers or something so we can, get you helped out. If you up in Canada or you're overseas somewhere and you've got one of these 1500 Gallagher units of this style and your transformer goes bad, Gallagher no longer makes a transformer for these, but we make a transformer here in the States that go right into place like you saw in this one. It went right into place with not too much trouble. I mean, sometimes things get a little bit out of whack trying to get the transformer out or in. Depends on the, on those metal plates that are inside there that the transformer slides onto. Sometimes they can be a bit of a pain if they've warped or got a lot of crust built up on them. They've stretched out the old transformer, so you have to try to, there's ways to do it, but cross that bridge if need be. But even if your 1500 Gallagher is a 220, 240 volt, these transformers will work inside those units as well. This is a 110, 120 volt, but the power coming to the transformer and coming out of the transformer is the same, whether it's 110, 120 volt. The only big difference between that model, the 220 versus the 110, is the main boards are different and the wiring's a little different, going to the capacitor and such. But the capacitors and the transformer and the output board are all the same. So the transformer doesn't care what power's coming in to the unit. By the time it gets to the transformer, it's all the same. So we sold a few transformers to these for these units up to Canada and overseas to Europe and Australia a few times. So, but we give you a free quote, and we do a 1.5 warranties on all the things that we work on all the repairs that we do. So those repairs, that transformer and such, it's got a 1.5 warranty on it, and that does include lightning as part of the warranty on our repairs that we do. So if you got one of these old units, don't throw it away, because you can buy a new one and then have your old one fixed as a backup. So sometimes you get in a bind and you have to buy a new one because you got animals getting in or getting out when they shouldn't be. Sometimes you gotta bite the bullet and pick out another one and send this one into us. But Fencer Fixer is our website. Fencer and Fixer is F as in Frank on both words. But fencerfixer.com is our website. We work on all brands, all models, all ages. Free estimates on all of them. We work on livestock scales and low bars and EID tag readers as well. Don't get those in for repair very often, but we do work on them. So if you got a set of scales that need to be looked at or an EID tag reader, we work on all makes and models of those as well. But sometimes we can't fix them, and sometimes we can. Most of the ones that are out there can be fixed. We repair actual cables and connectors versus replacing the whole cord. It's a lot cheaper that way. And sometimes the cells, we can refurbish the old ones sometimes. Most times you got to replace the cells if they're bad, and reseal the old ones if they're still good, reseal them up. So we have a process that we use here for resealing load cells to try to prolong their life. Load cells that go in those low bars, they're squeeze chutes and alleyways for those cattle running through, and cattle, when nature calls, they got to go to the bathroom, and when they're walking through there's muck and everything else going on, and load cells are in a pretty harsh environment. So if we can seal them up and everything and hopefully prolong their life, we try to do that. But until we do another video, we will see you guys later.